Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Vinland Saga, you guys. I'm really excited to see more of this show. If you're joining me early today, you already know what it means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So, last time on Vinland Saga, we had we always have some stuff happen. There's not too many boring episodes of Vinland Saga. There's like always something going on. But we had a couple of really good things. We had this moment between Thorfinn and Askeladd, and it always takes me by surprise because we don't see this. We only see it from Askeladd once in a while. We'll see him kind of like just being a normal, like, kind of shady brute type, and then he'll just like lay the wisdom on, and you're like, oh my god, that's right, Askeladd's like wise and stuff. And we had this moment with him last episode where he was explaining to Thorfinn in the context of, you know, Thorfinn wanting to get revenge on him, kind of how like everyone, everything, every group has their time to be at the top spot before they're overthrown. You know, this group came in and overthrew this group, and now they're trying to overthrow that group, and someday someone will overthrow them. Kind of in the context of, you know, Askeladd is not going to be young forever, and eventually Thorfinn will beat him if he keeps coming after him. I think that Thorfinn is so caught up in just his focus on his revenge that I don't think the weight of it fully washed over him on the surface. Although I will say all of these visions that he's getting about Thor's and the village and everything, we saw like a pretty extended flashback last episode of, you know, him, not even a flashback, but like a dream, like a vision, him as a little kid with Thor's, and, you know, their village being taken, and I have to think that either those are like real, he's like going into a spiritual world and having visions, or probably more likely is that he does realize in some capacity what he's doing, and that Thor's wouldn't want that, and that there is another way, but maybe he just can't process it on the surface. I don't know, that's getting a little like heady and Freudian in there, but I mean, I don't know if they're supposed to be like actual visions of like he is seeing Thor's in the great beyond. It could very well be. But there's also the attention to detail, because someone was pointing out to me during that whole scene, they were looking at the moon, Askeladd and Thorfinn. And apparently the moon is very important in Norse mythology. So if you're like me and you don't know very much about the actual mythology or what happened historically, this is all kind of new, and you can kind of appreciate it for what it is in the show. But if you have the background of knowing the actual historical events, actual mythology that they're drawing upon, for this show, then it kind of makes it just even more cool to watch along and recognize those elements. But anyway, so I have to think that on some level, Thorfinn is aware kind of some of these deeper concepts, but he's just so consumed right now. And I also notice it seems like he's been thinking about Vinland more, and it really makes me wonder. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I could almost see him like having Askeladd cornered and just deciding, like seeing Thor's at that moment and just deciding like not to take his life and just going off to Vinland instead. I have no idea if that's what's gonna happen, but like I could almost kind of see it. And I also don't know, like, if this is going to be, like, a more than one season or anything like I have no clue. So I don't know if they're just planning on wrapping up the whole story here or if there will kind of be like another chapter beyond this. So I really couldn't tell you where it's going, but anyway, where it started with all of this was last episode was great, and we got some really just kind of wistful wisdom from Askeladd, and you can tell he is giving a lot of thought to almost kind of his place in the world, and the fact that, like, you know, he's not really old, but he's not a young man anymore, and he's seen enough to know kind of the cycle that he's a part of, and that it's not going to last forever. So we end the episode with them deciding, heck it, let's go make hay while the sun shines, and this prince is in high demand. We're gonna go kidnap the prince, and kidnap him back, I guess, and see who will give us the most money. So he kind of, I feel like, is both inspired by and breaks through that kind of like wistful wisdom he was having about the world and its cyclical nature, and is like, you know what? Let's just go. Let's raise some hack. Let's make some money. YOLO, the Askeladd equivalent of YOLO and all that. So the prince got captured pretty easily, which I feel like they were building up to, but they were emphasizing so much how weak he was. I was almost kind of maybe expecting a twist, but then there was no twist. You're just like, nope, he really just straight up did not know how to run anything and got captured. Although, I don't know, maybe he really is a secret boss. Maybe, we still haven't seen that much of him. Maybe this is all part of his plan. But you guys, there's only one way to find out, and that is to jump into the next episode of Vinland Saga. Let's go. Is Thorkell being like all whimsical with fall right now? Oh my god, he's like a fall-natic. I bet he's like a pumpkin spice lover. Oh, now they're all on board with Christianity. Well, but the context, though. There's one way to find out. They have the prince. He's gonna say Jesus. He's clearly gonna say Jesus. Or he's not gonna say anything. Thorkell he doesn't want to hurt anyone. He does want to hurt somebody, but he just wants to have fun. He really doesn't care about the war, I don't think. I think he just wants to have fun. I cannot help but love Thorkell. I cannot help it. He's so entertaining. That's a pretty cool image, I gotta say. There is a childlike quality about Thorkell. What? Oh. I don't know if booze is gonna help that. What do you think he's gonna say? He's a priest. Oh, he is drunk. Okay. Oh boy, that's all they needed to hear. Oh, they got him drunk. You know what? He's funny, but they are some very savage men. Whoa, oh, oh my God. Oh, he's not gonna do that. He's just praying for a battle. Wait, what? What? They're really doing it? Really? I'm suspicious. Oh, okay. He just wants to fight. He's like, you can have your prince back. I don't care. I just want to fight. I just want to get my fight on. I don't think he's gonna let them retreat. What? What is he doing with his eyes? Oh dear. Oh. Where do they fit into this? Oh, they're gonna get in and steal the prince. Yeah. Probably a lot quicker at the rate he's going. Charcoal. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Oh, okay. They started the fire and then they're gonna go and get the prince in the confusion. Oh, he's aware. He's fully aware. He just does not care. Thorkell's quite intuitive here. He probably already has a suspicion about who it is. I'm sure he's just like impervious to fire. Oh, what? Why'd you have to dump water on him? Oh, to keep him. I think he probably can. He's doesn't seem to have a whole lot of respect for Thorfinn, but I don't know if that's how he really feels. Hang on now. Yep. See, that's what happens when you check first. You give away your location. I really hope he's a secret boss. He doesn't seem like it, but... Oh! I love that landing, though. Good luck with that. Oh my God, he's like... He's like Batman. Oh my god! He is. He's like Batman. He's even got the landing down. The swoop and the cape and everything. He's come to save him. I thought they were going to save him, but then see like which side would pay more. Maybe I got confused. Ah, he's like my body. You're back. Oh, he's so happy to see his friend. Okay. He's... Oh. What? How? Wait. I know how he knows Thor's, but how did he know? Oh, wasn't she like the daughter of one of the generals? Oh. Does he not know he's dead? Oh, he's just gonna give him the prince. See, Thorkell, he's just... Yeah. Okay. Everything's just a big game to him, and now he knows Thor's is his dad. He's like, he's into it. You were saying? Even Askeladd looks slightly surprised about that. Yeah, and a simple thank you would suffice. Are they? Okay, so I guess they were trying to get him back for the Danish. Do we get to see his face? Okay. Okay. Are they trying to tell us that that character is female? Or are they trying to tell us that character is male, but with very feminine features? All right, you guys, great episode. So I am genuinely uncertain as to what they were trying to tell us at the end. If the prince is really female or male, I guess we will find out. Also, I think I may have, maybe I got a little bit confused because I thought last episode when we saw Askeladd took out one of the soldiers who had come to them to say like, hey, we gotta go get the prince back. I thought his thing was kind of like, you know, either side's gonna be really chafing at the bit to get him back, so we'll kind of like have our choice of who we want to get the most money from. I guess maybe they're still, it kind of seems like they are still working with the Danish army, with Denmark, but I guess I thought it was going to be a little bit more. Once I saw him kill the soldier, I thought it was going to be more of like a double cross. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be like that, but maybe Askeladd's just playing it that way, or I may have misinterpreted it. I'm not sure. But it's really hard to tell with Askeladd because he's got such like a kind of a charm about him. You really don't know where he's at. But I guess maybe they just figured they would be the ones to get. I'm sure their payday is bigger if they're the ones who help retrieve him, as opposed to like, oh, we're gonna kind of like take him hostage and whichever side wants him most is gonna pay us. Also, like, you'd think his guard, is his name Ragnar, I think? You'd think he would be like, gee, thanks. But no, I guess not. I guess thank you was not the term he preferred to use. So we had some pretty interesting stuff here with Thorfinn and Thorkell. I gotta say, I know Thorkell is like savage in so many ways, but he is so much fun to watch. He is like genuinely entertaining. He's like wacky entertaining on a show that is not wacky. So it just, when he does things like kind of goofy, it just stands out so much, and it really complements, I think, in my opinion, the darker tone of the show, to have like this just like giant warrior dude just being kind of like goofy. And I mean, he's definitely not like a good guy, like Like, he obviously just wants to kill. It's funny because they were talking about like the ways in which the other religion here, which would be like early Christianity, I guess, is kind of, they have all these things they can't do and everything like that. And kind of not in exactly the same vein, but a little bit similarly, we have this real commitment to the idea of Valhalla, to the point where, like, I think Thorkell's like really into that idea of Valhalla, and so he's also kind of committed to his. It's just his looks a little bit different, his idea of like paradise or heaven or whatever, and getting there is a little bit different, I suppose. But I don't know. I'm almost afraid to say it, because watch him like kill a dog or something in the next episode, and then I'll be like, no, I hate you. But he kills people, so I don't see why he wouldn't kill a dog, but that would be so much worse. Like, when the deer got burned up, I'm like, they already burned up some people, and yeah, that sucks, but oh my god, don't you dare burn the deer. I don't know what it is about animals. It just seems so wrong. Anywho, so I really like the scene between Thorfinn and Thorkell where he kind of like uncovers who he is, and as if he wasn't really into the idea of fighting with Thorfinn before, because they had this encounter, which I guess he would see as really, really good because he lost his fingers because Thorkell. Now he's even more into the idea of fighting him, knowing that he's the Thor's son. Also, I was like, wait, how does he know the mom's name? He probably knew maybe from either like talking to Thor's, because we know that Thor's was like still at war when they were married and when she was giving birth and everything. But didn't they say that she was a daughter of like some big general too? And that's kind of like why they got married. I thought they had mentioned that like back way back, a few episodes back, where he was flashing back to like when the sister was born. And I thought that's what they said. But anyway, this should be interesting, because now we kind of have now we have three parties kind of all it's hard to keep them all straight, because we know that Thorkell's from the Vikings, but he's not with the Vikings, he's with England. So now we kind of have like Vikings, England, and Denmark, but Thorkell's with England. And the Vikings are with Denmark, but they're not. They're still like the Vikings. And we don't know if maybe they're planning like a double cross or what. But it's now I feel like we're really getting into like the juiciness of like we have three different parties pitted against each other. And we're just kind of following along with like whoever wins what battle and everything. Okay, come to think of it, I'm starting to wonder if the prince, I mean, it's really hard to tell, because it could just be a male with feminine features, But on the other hand, I don't think we've ever actually heard, whoops, that was, my camera probably shook. I don't think we've ever actually heard the character talk. So now that would be a solid giveaway either, because there's plenty, in anime, there's plenty of male characters who are voiced by female voice actors. So that wouldn't really be a huge indication either. But now I'm like legitimately wondering, is this character female? Or are they male? Because didn't they say how a lot of this started was somebody got killed, I think, in Denmark. One of the royal family got killed. I'll go back and check, and I'm sure you guys will clue me in too, but was it like one of the princesses that got killed, or like the queen that got killed or something? Somebody got killed, and it kind of like spurred on, or at least kind of threw flames on the war, I think, is what they were trying to say. This was like 8 episodes back, maybe. Interesting. All right, guys. So, I can't wait to see more. I feel like we have so much going on now. Like, we started out mostly just kind of following Thorfinn's story, and we are, but at the same time, like, I'm getting legitimately invested in, like, the actual war story now, too. So it goes to show how good the writing is that, like, we started the first several episodes with just, like, these main characters, and now we're kind of branching out into this whole other sub-story, but also becoming like a main story, basically. Like, that is the main story that we're going through right now. So, all right, guys, that was great. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.